Shalom, party people, and welcome to the 12th Sea. Over on Instagram, X, Place of Skulls, X asks, if you could only do 2 exercises for conditioning, what would they be? All right, and so this is going to assume that stretching and or mobility work doesn't count, just general upkeep, maintaining of the body. And assuming that the stretching and mobility work doesn't count. Low-hanging fruit, I'm a runner, and so cardio, especially like with a weight vest, which ironically I'm not wearing right now because I have an impromptu run that I'm catching my breath from, and it's a little bit longer. But, you know, excuses are lies, so I just didn't want the vest right now. But anyway, runs, i.e. runs with a weighted vest, are always good. I really like trail running. It's a very different kind of distance run. It's a little bit more agility. You're definitely having to be more nimble on the turns and navigating either obstacles that are man-made or, you know, down to trees, tree roots, rocks, all that good stuff. And then if the trail's muddy, then that just makes it even more fun. So that's definitely low-hanging fruit. It's always been my go-to, and in all honesty, it's probably cost me some things in my fitness journey because it's so cardio heavy. And then the additions to that is it's times that I'm not doing strength training of any kind. So there's that. You know, I would say probably body weight calisthenics, specifically like push-ups, or vested body weight exercises, continuing to push-ups, just because you can do them anywhere all the time. Like you need no equipment unless you're doing them with a vest, and that vest for me usually rides in a vehicle, or if I'm at the house, it's at a dedicated spot in the house, so I always know where it is. And days like today, when I leave it behind, it's intentional that it was left behind. So yeah, like maybe like a trail run where there are designated spots that I stop for push-ups or pull-ups, like on a tree branch or something, because that's always fun. And when it's like that, like, I don't know, maybe every quarter mile, stop and do either 50 push-ups or 10 to 15 pull-ups. You can get a really good workout doing something like that, and you've mixed it up really well. So for all your metrics, like you're working not only the normal run cardio muscles, but the weighted vest adds additional resistance. So there's extra muscles that you're working. It causes your posture to change just a little bit. So you're working slightly different muscles. You're also in that situation where on uneven terrain, your feet, your ankles, your calves are going to work more. Your hips are going to work a little bit different. It's more core work. So all in all, you come out to something that's a really good, like from your xiphoid process down, a great workout. If you're adding in the calisthenics to that every quarter mile or so, and a lot of these trails have pretty good marks on them to where somebody with a GPS has gone out and tied ribbons around the trees at every quarter mile, so you know where things are. You drop and do push-ups to failure, you do pull-ups to failure, and then you keep going. So it gives you a chance to catch your breath from the cardio side of things, but not so much from the actual doing a set of strength training stuff. And just about the time that your upper body's burning, your lower body has gotten just enough of a break that you continue, and it's not so bad. So I think that's a really good total body workout, and you're only doing cardio and strength training, but you're doing them at the same time. And you do that on like a 3 or a 4 mile trail, and you get a really good workout, because that's, you know, if it's a 3 mile trail, you got 12 stops for push-ups, and if that's 50, then, you know, that adds up substantially. If it's a 4 mile trail, then, you know, you got 16 stops. So overall, that gives you a really, really intense workout. Another option, I default to my kettlebell a lot. I really like that. If it were up to me and I could only do 2, you know, I would never really want to give up running. I would if I had to, but it's not something that I just have a deep desire to give up. Although if I couldn't run, as long as I could ruck, that would be something that I would be okay with, because I get a lot of joy out of rucking. Although I'm told the older I get, the less joy I will have rucking. But I'm also one of those weird people who really, really, really likes long distance runs, to the point where marathons are starting to get a little boring. So it is what it is. The other option would be, I really like the benefits of balance and reaction training. I see a lot of perks, I guess, from making sure that my hand-eye coordination is very good, making sure that when I'm walking, standing, sitting, running, leaning up against surfaces that are not even, that I can trust my hips, my ankles, my knees to hold up, even when the perch that I have is no good. So I get a lot of benefits from the balance and reaction training just for that very reason. You know, also helps on your draw times, I guess, if you're running around with tools. But in all honesty, I'd have to say, I think for the most well-rounded training, assuming that you are not counting the deep stretching, especially on Shabbat, to really work all of your muscles, all of your tendons in a relaxed state and get all of the, I guess, the knots out, because a foam roller and some really good hip and back stretches, I think, go a long way. So I really don't want to count that, even though stretching in its own benefit is absolutely life-changing. So assuming that doesn't count, I'd say trail running, calisthenics with a weighted vest is, I think, for me personally, my clear winner. I would do that as often as I possibly could. Reality check, dad life, and workouts when things are, I guess, more difficult on time constraints. I do a lot of stroller runs. So throw my kiddos in the stroller, throw on my weighted vest, and go. And there's enough hills around here that it really keeps things interesting. And it's not a very intense upper body workout by any means, pushing a stroller with a couple of screaming babies inside and a weighted vest, but it's not nothing. And your upper body, especially pushing that stroller on hills, is getting something. So maybe that, plus stopping every quarter mile or so to do push-ups, that's kind of become my go-to, at least for daytime workouts, just because it gets my kids out of the house, gives my wife a break, gives me a really good workout, and then pro tip, if your kiddos take pinwheels while on the run, then they get the added benefit of watching that pinwheel spin, and then they'll shout, "Faster, Daddy, faster!" And so, free training, free coaching in that situation. All in all, let me hear what you guys think down in the comments. I would love to kind of go back and forth on, oh, well, 12C, how come you don't think about this when you train? You should really do this. And yeah, I probably should. Tell me all about it in the comments. Go do hard things.